Hi everyone, Biscuit Ben here. Back in Modern Warfare 2019 I made a video about how to separate crouch and slide so that you didn't keep sliding every time you tried to crouch in that game, which involved shifting a couple of keybinds. I've been asked to make another video for Modern Warfare 2 just to show you how to do the same thing, and it is bad news. Unfortunately, you cannot separate crouch and slide. If you are sprinting and you press any button that's to do with stance down or crouch or anything, you're going to slide. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. If you want to stop the video here, I wouldn't blame you. There's a couple of things you can do to try and make it better for yourself, but yeah, at the moment, unless they change the way the keybinds are, you can't separate crouch and slide whilst you're sprinting. So here you go. Here's the setup at the moment that I've got. I've got automatic sprint turned off. So if I just press, and you can see on the little key layout, if I just press W, then this is what they call running, actually, not sprinting, running. If I press backslash, that's walking. Go back into running, press shift, that's sprinting, and then press shift again, and that's tac sprinting. Obviously, if you are what they call running, and then you press control, which I've got set to crouch, then it crouches. I've got control crouch on toggle, so if I press it again, stand back up again. Obviously, if I'm walking and I press control, it crouches, stands back up again. If you're running, or sprinting rather, and you accidentally hold control at the same time, you will slide, and there's nothing you can do about that. And if you notice, it goes into slide and it gets back up into the crouch mode. Sort of slow walking crouch thing. Obviously I've got slide set to a separate key, so if I press C, that will make me slide and I get back up into whatever I was. Well, actually you don't always get back up into sprinting. You have to change a keybind to do that as well. Let's just wait for it to tell me I've got spotter. Thank you very much. Yeah, so this is the current setup. Automatic sprint turned off. In my keybinds, forwards, backwards, left and right. But if you look in here, change stance, they've added slide to it. So even if you do, even if you set, you have to go to the movement advanced keybinds. Even if you set control to stance down, like we did in Modern Warfare 2019, and you have slide on its own button as well. If you're sprinting and you touch the stance down button, you slide. You just can't stop it from doing that like you could in the other game. There's a reason for that, and if you want to know why, come and find me on Twitch and I will moan your ear off about it. twitch.tv/BIZKITTBEN. I haven't been streaming much recently, but I'm going to be playing some Battlefield again soon, so if you want to find out how to play COD whilst I'm playing Battlefield, or why COD's like this and why Battlefield is like that for that reason as well, there's a reason for it. It's annoying, but yeah, you'll have to ask me. Anyway, one of the things that I don't like also is that if you're sprinting and you slide, when you get back up, or you're not sprinting, you're running again, and you have to let go of shift and press it again to start running. Now that was something that I highlighted in the 2019 video. Slide, get back up, and you're running, not sprinting. They actually fixed that, and you can fix it in this game, which is good. You have to go to gameplay and you have to put automatic sprint on. Now what that means is you don't have to press shift anymore, you just press W and you're sprinting. So you're no longer in the running animation, you're just always sprinting, and if you slide, when you get back up, you're sprinting again. Now what's slightly strange is if you hold shift, it goes into tac sprint, then if you slide and get back up, it goes into running. So it's totally inconsistent. Like the movement is just inconsistent. So if I'm supposedly sprinting, just holding W with automatic sprint turned on, tac sprint, slide, get back up, and I'm running instead of tac sprinting or sprinting. If I change it to automatic tactical sprint, we'll just wait for this to tell me that I've got. Thank you very much, overclock. Now if I press W and no other keys, it goes straight into tac sprint. And if I do this slide quick enough, it will get up and start tac sprinting again. The downside of this is that, right, future Biscuit Ben here, what I should have said is that the downside of having automatic sprint or automatic tack sprint turned on is that you then cannot press crouch without sliding. So if you have automatic sprint turned on or automatic tack sprint turned on, you can just be holding W, and if you press crouch, you will slide. It's as simple as that. You have to let go of W to press crouch. You just don't want to be tack sprinting everywhere. I mean, I don't play this game much, to be honest, but, watch Jack Fragg's video. He's a much better FPS player than I will ever be, and he knows a lot more about these things than I do, so watch his video. But as far as he's concerned, you want to turn all of this off, and you want to walk around, or run around most of the time. No, that's lie down, but that's prone rather. Or you want to walk around like this, because the TTK is so fast. If you're sprinting around, you're just going to sprint into someone's crosshair and get killed. So you're better off moving at a slower pace and watching all your angles and everything. Just as I say, because the TTK is so fast, you'll die otherwise, like more than you'll kill people. Future Biscuit Ben here again, just to point out that if you are sprinting or tack sprinting, or even running for that matter, your ADS is slower. I'm sure you all know that, but yeah, that's the other reason not to be sprinting around, because you want to be ADS in most of the time, well, nearly all of the time in this game, because the TTK is so damn fast. So what can you do about the sprint to crouch behavior? Well, the only option you've got is if you are sprinting and you want to crouch behind something, you've got to let go of sprint and press crouch. So you just need to be quicker on the buttons and not accidentally overlap. Now, it's possible, not saying it's easy, but it is possible to sort of overlap. But if you accidentally touch them both at the same time, you are going to slide. It's like that's just the case on this game, unfortunately. So yeah, sorry I couldn't help on that. As I say, there is a reason why. Come and find me on Twitch. I'll tell you why games are like this. It's pretty annoying. But yeah, here's my key bindings for what it's worth. I'll show you. I have prone on toggle and I have crouch. Let's put it back on there again. I have crouch on toggle as well. So if I tap it once, it goes to crouch, and tap it again and it stands back up. Same thing with prone. Toggled. Jump, stand, mount on spacebar like most people would, and sprint, tactical sprint and focus on shift. And then in the advanced keybinds, that's where I put in slide, and obviously dive in there as well. There is a setting for, let's see if we can find it, because share slide and dive input. So if you set that to independent, you can have a separate key for, I think you have to be sprinting to dive, yeah. You can have a separate key for slide and a separate key for dive. But yeah, dive only works when you're sprinting. Same thing for slide, actually. Yeah, so back to those keybinds. Crouch behavior is on toggle, prone behavior is on toggle, sprint, tactical sprint behavior is on hold. So I have to hold shift to be sprinting, let go of it, stop sprinting. Automatic sprint, if you listen to Jack Frag, should be off. If you like to slide and stand up and still be sprinting, you want automatic sprint turned on. Again, just to reiterate, that does mean that you cannot press crouch without sliding if you have automatic sprint or automatic tack sprint turned on. Tactical sprint behavior is up to you. I have it on single tap, just so that if I'm sprinting and then I tap it again, I tactical sprint, and obviously I usually have automatic sprint turned on. But this sort of stuff doesn't really matter. But yeah, again, shared slide and dive inputs, have it independent. That way you can have a key for slide and a key for dive. I don't think there's anything really in this movement advanced settings that's going to help. There was one other thing that I thought was important. Can I find it in time? Probably not. But yeah, in these keybinds, movement keybinds, what was that other setting that I thought would be worth showing everyone? Don't know. If I think of it, I'll add another bit to the video. Remaining. Thank you very much. Aim down sights have on hold. Change zoom shared input. That's another thing that gets a bit complicated, but yeah, it's to do with when you've got a toggleable scope, whether you press a different button. And on Battlefield I have that on F, and on here I have melee set to F, so that's what I have set to that toggle change zoom hybrid scopes flick up and
30
down.
seconds remain.
Thank you very much. Well, I think we'll call it there, actually. Let's call that the end of the video. I'll scroll through those just in case there's anything interesting you need to see there. But yeah, that's it. I guess, like I say, come and find me on Twitch if you want to bemoan the state of some games at the moment. Twitch.tv/BiscuitBen.
10 seconds remaining.
Yep, and we're all done. Good luck with the game. I don't play it that much, so if you want to play some rounds, invite me, innit, yeah? Cool. Over and out.